Hello everybody, it's HeapCVA. Welcome to my channel. Thanks so much for coming by again. Or if it's your first time, welcome. This is not a gameplay video, and unfortunately I think you've heard that from me already. I apologize. I'm trying to come up with a way of delivering a little bit of news every once in a while without making gameplay videos longer or shorter, like I did in the last video I made, which did not get uploaded because, well, I'm gonna tell you why. So here I am on my Steam page as usual. Seems like a good place to launch a non-gameplay video from. Since I've made the changes on when I upload to my channel to give me some time on the weekend to get all the maintenance done, I also take that time to come to the Steam platform, check my games out. You can see that only my Fire games and I guess Call of Duty is loaded. I don't know how. After I've reloaded everything, these games kind of are offline and need install, but it doesn't take very long. I always come here to do a couple of things during my maintenance cycles. And for the most part, I go to the store and I look for other games that might be coming up that are Fire-based, that have gameplay that is more along the same lines as what I show on my channel versus something that's more of a board game like Life or Checkers or something like that. There is a fire rescue type game out there that is a turn-based board game that they've made into a what I would call a video game, for lack of a better term. I don't feel the need to purchase that yet. That's not the genre that I'm technically in. I'm not into board games. Mine are mostly simulations. So I was doing my search and I use all the words you can think of: fire department, firefighter, fire, firefighting, rescue. And I typed in fire rescue. Now, I might have not necessarily always combined those two words, but I did. And for the first time in all of the weeks, months, that I have been searching Steam just in case something new gets offered. Because remember, game titles can be on here that you can't download. All you have to do is look in my wish list. I have 3 game titles right now that I can't download, but that they've been shown up on Steam so that you can put them in your wish list, that hope that they'll come to sale eventually. Real Heroes is probably the oldest that I'm aware of, followed by Firefighting Simulator, and then Firefighters Airport Heroes. Some of them say they'll be out in August. Some of them just say 2020. I'm okay either way. I'm just hoping they get delivered. I would love it if they weren't early access. Even though I don't mind it that much, I'd really like to see a game released as a full game, if you know what I mean. It would be so unusual, most of us would just sit in our chairs and spin. So anyway, I always am watching because you just never know what's going to come up. So when I did that search, I'm not sure I can. Yes, I can. So Fire Rescue Simulator showed up for the first time in my searches. And so I kind of did what you guys are doing now. I kind of read the page. It's an early access game. We see the names of the developers. There's 3 guys listed here. Don't know them. Never heard of them before. AdTech Games. Not sure I've ever heard of them before. They have quite a few images They're using the Unreal Engine for the game. Not a bad thing. You can actually customize something already, which is unusual in a game that, or early release that just came out at the very end of April. And it looks like there's some early gameplay. That's all the colors of all the PPE, the personal protective clothing, the physics of the fires. This is a nice, I would say it's a good thumbnail video picture. Did I say that wrong? Yeah, it's a thumbnail for a video. Thumbnail picture for a video. Wow. It's been a long day, man. Anyway, so I got excited, just like I have in previous years, and I went ahead. It's actually on Steam for $12.99 right this minute, and I got on and bought it. So excited. Another fire simulator of some kind, not stealing the name from here. In general, they're fire service simulations. Downloaded it, didn't take very long. Got it all set up, got my character, even changed his color of his helmet and his turnout gear, and went out into the vehicle or the apparatus bay to see what was in there, what you do, how you do it. And you can actually get a building to be on fire. That house that you see in the small, well, like these pictures here, which I'm not going to spend a lot of time on their page yet. You know, if you can squirt water and put out fire, how bad can it be? And it's weird this time of all times, this little voice in my head, of all the voices in my head, said, "What are you doing?" And so I was actually, like I said, I had the game loaded, was in my directory right here, and had started playing it. It's very rough as a early access game. It's just a little bit more than a demo. Sorry for the alarm. Someday I'll learn. I can't believe it's 8:15 again, just like I said last time, I think. Actually, you don't know I said that last time because I canned that video because of a few issues. So I thought I'd give it a chance. I played it for 15 minutes. It's very repetitive, obviously. You get spoiled with some of the good games we got going on right this minute to go back to that level. I'm okay with that, but, you know. And I thought I was missing something, and I didn't understand a couple of the controls. And so, not blaming anybody, because it could be me, I went looking to see if I could find some comments, some assistance, some posts to see how much work is being done on the game itself. Have they put videos up? How are things going? Remember, this has been out since April 30th of this year. I think I saw 4 comments. I didn't count. And I think there's been 3 posts from the developers, one of which is interesting. But the pictures that they're showing, just like many other games that I've downloaded over time, is not representative of what's in the game right this minute. It's like, okay, so far, no big deal. It's just the same as some of the other ones. Well, finally, I stopped looking for videos under their personal names and looked for AdTech or whatever it was, the company. And some videos showed up on YouTube. And so I started clicking on them to see what I could see. I was very interested in what my gameplay looks like and what gameplay the developers were using, because usually the developers are a ways ahead of the people that buy early access. And honestly, one of the videos was actually just a dark screen for most of it. And I just thought, did I miss something? So I watched all the videos. And between the videos, the very few updates since April 30th, we're in August already, and the gameplay, which just needs work, I thought to myself, do I want to add another pre early access demo / wants to be a game? And I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just trying to put the words together correctly. To upload occasionally on a game. Or just a game title right this minute. When we have 3 really good games going on right now, plus 911 first responders or emergency 4, whichever version you have this. NOTRF, which does have gameplay value, and 911 operators, which I've kind of ignored a little bit, and I need to get back on that. I apologize. And so normally I just would have bought it and did my best. But I thought this time, because this year, 2020, isn't like any other year from my perspective. And I'm not going to go into off on a tangent about that. I'm just saying this year is different on so many levels that buying game titles sight unseen, so to speak, because I was basically purchasing before I'd ever played them. There was no, demo to play, and I was just hoping I would get my money's worth. I just thought this time that's not the smart move in this year. Now, next year, if it's better, I might go back to that other mindset. But for right now, there wouldn't be enough playability to create a lot of videos. I am concerned a little bit about the lack of updates. And this little voice in the back of my head said, just wait. Keep your eye on it, but just wait. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to listen to the little voice in my head. And so my decision was, instead of putting that up and trying to create content out of it, I'm going to give it time to grow a little bit. And then I'll come back to it again and see how it's doing. And I did request a refund because I just didn't want it sitting on my computer doing nothing. Because I could take that $12 for something else that may be a little further along or not. But being foolish with money isn't a smart thing to do this year anyway. So I'll keep an eye on it. I would urge you guys to keep an eye on it. And maybe together we can decide at some given point that it's time to add that bad boy to the channel. And as a side thing, is I'm very interested in this Unreal gaming engine. And I'm curious what it takes to make it work. My curiosity is really driving me crazy on this. And I either got to hope that I'll get over it, or I'll just plunk the money down and purchase it, which I'm afraid to do right this minute. But it's just it's in the back of my head going, hey, remember me? And it's like, it's just what I need is to start developing a game while I'm playing it. I don't have enough time as it is. Anyway, so that's where I'm at on this, and I wanted it to be a separate video so that I wasn't stealing time away from gameplay. If that's okay with you guys, I thought it was a pretty good idea. So, enough of that. Like I said, I urge you to check it out. Fire Rescue Simulator. It's on Steam. And give me your thoughts in the comments below. And also tell me if you thought I did the right thing or the wrong thing. I'm, as usual, trying to pick your brains and see what you're thinking. So, let's end this. I'll move on to making some gameplay videos. I got one I've got to put together right after this, so I'm going to get on it. Thanks again for coming by my channel. Like I said, if you like what I did or you understand what I'm talking about here, if you give me a thumbs up, knows that we're kind of on the same page. Your comments are always welcome. Suggestions as well. If you think this was a waste of your time and mine and that I made the wrong decision, and you give me a thumbs down, if you could take a second to let me know why. I'd really appreciate it. The positive and the negative are both good things for me to get from you guys. And at the end of the day, as I've said many times, it's not my favorite part of the video, but consider subscribing. The YouTube algorithm is this unknown substance behind the curtain of YouTube that lets you float up and down on the search lists. I'd love for us to be closer to the top of a search list just to grow the channel, support it, and when we get to multiplayer, have more people to fill those roles. So I'm going to get back to work, put this into a video. I don't know where I'm going to put it yet. It may just float around on the channel without a home. And we'll also put up the gameplay tonight as well. So I'll talk to you guys soon. I'm positive of it. You guys have a great week. Take care.